Okay, we had, well, right after I got done cutting, actually it was thundering while I was finishing the video and I couldn't hear it till I shut the combine off. And it probably wasn't 20-30 minutes later, it poured hard for about 30 minutes. And it happened right before dark. And then this morning we had a heavy dew that might as well have been another rain. So wheat might cut today. I'm gonna go ahead and give it one more day. But yeah, that's right. I still have to get both trucks emptied out, and we need to take the combine down. Well, need to make sure the combine is full of fuel and grease it. And I noticed yesterday while I was blowing the chaff off that the drive chain for the reel pump is kind of loose, so I need to tighten that up and wash my winders because it was getting kind of hard to see when you're driving into the sun. So that's today's project. Hopefully we got enough time to get both trucks empty, because naturally you got decent weather cutting wheat and the elevator not running in any different hours. It's still running, I think, 8 to 4:30. So we'll do what we can.
Puffing and taking her own sweet time. She's a fussing and a guzzling, running me way behind. Sleeper lost a corner when I jackknifed my trailer last year. It's beat all to hell and hung up in damn 6 gear. I wish somebody would trick my truck, 'cause it's broker than you know what. Squeaking louder than a rubber duck. Ain't button, but I still get stuck. This thing's slower than a one-wheel drive. Can't even get it up to 45. Come on, show me some love. Somebody trick my truck. One of them number system bed jobs for my back and a DVD. Beads that cover up the master suite and a big old flat screen TV. Ain't gotta be an HD, but it'd be nice if it was. Just give me flames and chrome, make it go faster than it does. I wish somebody would trick my truck, 'cause it's broker than you know what. Squeaking louder than a rubber duck. Ain't button, but I still get stuck. This thing's slower than a one-wheel drive. Can't even get it up to 45. Come on, show me some love. Somebody trick my truck. All the other truckers on the interstate, they just keep on trucking while they sticker and wait. I seen the smoke signals on the laughing stock. I just hope I make it to the pilot parking lot. This thing is slower than my 2 ex-wives. Can't even get it up to 45. Come on, show me some love. Somebody trick my truck. I guess I'm just all out of luck. If y'all will trick my truck. This some new tires, something. Horn that blows. Some of them chrome knobs.
Well, not too bad. they got me on grain quality, mostly because of test weight. Moisture is basically perfect. The second load, well, the first load was 13.5, second load was 13.3. But test weight's only 57.7, which for, sorry, damn phone call. Anyway, test weight's 57.7 on wheat. You like to see 60 plus, so test weight's a little low. Could be for two reasons. Could possibly be because it ran out of nitrogen toward the end. More than likely, it's because we ran out of rain during grain fill, and it was filling out the grain when it was dry. Would be my best guess, because it never really showed any signs on the plant of any sort of nitrogen deficiency. So my guess is that's just because it was dry. But other than that, can't really complain. So, and got 294.91 on the first load and 141.74 on the second load. So you add that together, you get 436 divided by 6.5, you get about 67 bushel an acre, which is better than what I thought it was doing. So I'm not going to complain at all. 70 would have been cool, but didn't quite make that. So, but considering the fact, I wasn't even so worried about planting it November 6th as much as I was planting it November 6th in the straight mud. So, in all honesty, even if I would have got 50 bushel like what I was thinking yesterday when I was cutting it, I was just ecstatic to have a crop, because with the way conditions were when I planted it, it could have very easily went the other way, and we would have been plowing it down this spring to plant corn or beans, because it wouldn't have made a crop. So 67 bushel an acre on November 6th planted wheat that was planted into the mud. I'm not complaining one bit. So with that being said, got to bring the 7300 down here and service it real quick, and then we can move it over to the other field. Okay, she's all fueled up. I went through, greased everything. This is the chain I was talking about. She's a little loosey-goosey, and then I pulled the door open and noticed that that one's a little loosey-goosey. This one drives the auger. As loose as they are, I'm thinking that before fall they can, or before we get ready to cut beans, they could stand to just be replaced altogether. The sprockets have seen better days. Well, that one ain't terrible. This one appears to have seen better days. Them teeth are getting a little thin in the skin. Same with the auger drive, but anyhow, yeah, so I'm just gonna tighten these guys up real quick. See if we can get you. All right. There we go. Now this guy, so you tighten this one by, you bust these two clamp bolts loose, and then there's a jack bolt here that you use, and it pulls the pump assembly up, and that's what tensions that chain. Oh, and I found a dumbass design they did on this head. So on my Oliver head, on both my Oliver heads, it's got about that same shape guard that covers up all this menagerie of sickle drive and auger drive and whatnot. but it hinges back here, and there's two clamp bolts, or well, clamp bolts, wing nuts up here. So when the head's up, that door folds back and stays back on its own. Well, for some stupid reason, they decided, hey, on this one, we're going to hinge it up front and put these little hood latches in the back. So now, if you want to work on it with the head up, which most of the time you're going to want to work on it with the head up, you got to... I wedged a 2x4 in there because it kind of halfway works, but really it would have been nice if they would have at least put a support rod or something with a hook, so you could open this thing up and set the hook in it so that it'll stay open. But fucking engineers, I tell you what. And I should be able to do that with a ratchet and a deep well socket. Poor old chain is so stretched it doesn't even really go around the sprocket right anymore. Don't really want to get it too super tight, but that's a damn sight better than what it was. It's like some 50. I'll have to... Looks like a 10-foot roll will do both chains. I'll have to pick some up next time I'm out and about. So I know I got some 50 down in the barn, but I know I don't have a whole roll. The better thing to do might be to see if I can find a new weld-on sprocket to replace this guy, because it definitely needs replaced. And all they got is 2 tack welds holding on the hub, so you could very easily grind them welds off, knock that sprocket on, find a sprocket with the right tooth count, bore it out to fit that hub, drive it on there and re-weld it, and then you got a new sprocket there. That sprocket's actually in fairly decent shape. Same with that one. Yeah, that one's a little whooped, but not nearly as bad as that one. And then this one, same thing. That's a weld-on sprocket, but they did a lot better job of welding them on there. So, but that's better than what it was, so it'll get through cutting wheat. That's all we need it to do for right now. Oh, and I think while I got this down here, I wonder if I can I want to check that pulley and make sure it's still tight. It'd be nice. I don't know if I can do it without taking the panels off from inside the grain tank or not. Well, it's still in the spot where it belongs, so that's a good sign. Okay, exhaust isn't hot, so yeah. It's right, still right where I put it, and it's not weeble wobbly, so. So we should be good to run her over to the other field. Before we go, you guys got to see this. This is a new one. Teeter, Teeter, what's in there? What's in there? Oh, I gotta get her to do it. Teeter, what's in here? What's in there? Go get it. Go get it. Oh, you're not gonna do it now? What's in there? There she goes. Who needs a windrow turner when you got a teeter? What's in there? Go get it. When we were coming down here to get the combine earlier, I bet she ran 50 feet and never left the bottom of the windrow. What's in here? Go get it. Goofball. One more. Come on. Go get it. Teeter, what's in there? Go get it. Okay, let's go move a combine. For tomorrow. This field's kind of up in the air. It's got its good spots and its bad spots like the other one, but hopefully we can kind of keep her on that 60, 65-ish, 70 bushel, somewhere in there. I'm honestly surprised this field didn't get a bunch of mare's tail in it. I see it's got some, but because that's always been a problem in this field, is it gets mare's tail really bad up here on top of the hill. So I am really impressed that it just didn't get overwhelmed with it. So this is gonna be tomorrow's project. I guess that's it for this one, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.